Okay, so episode 43 of the Jimmy Muitt Challenge. Just wanted to say a massive thank you to everybody that has started subscribing to us, liked the video, commented, followed us on Twitter, all that stuff. I really do appreciate it. Obviously, it started off as just something that my friends and I, obviously Jimmy Muitt is actually part of our friendship group. Had started off as like a challenge, and then it's kind of snowballed a little bit. So we're getting some great responses. I really, really appreciate everyone that's taken the time to either message me or get in touch. It really is amazing. So thank you. I'm not doing massive numbers, but who knows? Maybe that's in the future. So getting into the game that we have today, the schedule. So we are playing York City, who are all the way down in 22nd. Obviously, a former club of Jimmy's. We did have some great times there. Hit our ceiling, couldn't get them promoted. Just missed out on the playoffs. So there we go. That's the game that we're playing today. We're in a little bit of strange form. So we're in 5th in the league. We're only actually 5 points off top. I put that down to the fact that we had such a disastrous start to the season. We have won 11 games, drawn 5, lost 5, scored 21 goals, which is pretty good going. Conceded 11, which is the lowest, in that top 6. But we still only got the plus 10 goal difference. So there you go. We did lose to Sheffield Wednesday recently, which is a bit of a shocker. And then in the leasing.com Trophy North second round, which is a bit of a mouthful, we lost 1-0. We'd rotated the team around, as you can see here, and Gary Maydeen actually missed the penalty, which would have given us the chance to maybe stay in there or maybe just still a loss. But there you go. It's a big chance missed. So into the game today. York down in 22nd position. We're going to keep the team the same. So a few people have been saying that they'd, especially people that had just joined the series. So we're going to have a little look at the squad that we're going for. So I have it saved as my A squad. So if we go into our tactics, so this is the team that we're running. We might have to make a little substitution there. So Gary Maydeen, big, strong, powerful striker. We're playing him as a pressing forward because he has got that aggression. If you did watch from the start, you'll know he got sent off in the first game of the season and got a 3-match ban. But since then, he has been contributing. He scored more goals already this season than he did in the whole of last season. Then on the left-hand side, we have Holden, who we're using for a bit of pace. He's got a good balance and stuff like that because of the fact that he's 5'7", good at dribbling, good at crossing. Obviously, the star of the show, Jimmy Muitt. Now, if you haven't actually been introduced to Jimmy Muitt, so he started his career at Brighton and Hove Albion. I used to work for Brighton and Hove Albion. That's where I met him. He then moved to Lewes. He had some fantastic times at Bognor. This season, in real life, he actually moved to Dorking. We on this series actually got sacked from Dorking in that season for refusing to stop playing a player, which was mad. We then moved on. We moved to York. And oh, and then we brought him to Blackpool. So, as you can see, he's had a couple of teams in real life. More teams, obviously, that we've moved him on to. And then, sorry, just go back to the tactics. And then we've got Edwards, who's a regen on loan from Arsenal. He's got all the attributes you need to be a really cracking defensive midfielder, so we've trained him there. Our 2 centre mids, McCann, we've got on loan from Man United. He's been in great form. He loves an assist. So he's got us 2 goals, 3 assists in the league already. Nolan is the other player that we've got in there. We've got him as a ball winner, even though he can't tackle, but I always play with one of them. Then, if we just bring it down slightly, you can see Howe is our right back, who's absolutely rapid, worth 5.25 million. Rosen, big, decent centre back, nice and strong. Not very quick, but that's fine. Suter, who used to be a Scottish prospect, I believe, but now plays for Australia. Nice and tall, 6'7". Butler is our left back, and then we do have two very good and capable goalkeepers. One being Jonathan Bond, who used to be at West Brom, Watford, all that good stuff, and Chris Maxwell, who's not the tallest, but he's got some great stats there. He used to be at Preston, etc. So we won't make that, because it's only a one-off game. We won't make that change to Marlon Edwards. We'll start him with a slight knock. 16th of December, in 5th position. Now, we obviously had a really, really rough start to the season. Lost our 2 first games, if you want to go and watch that. We lost our 2 first games, which was really quite worrying. Picked up a little bit, used the cups to boost ourselves, and then we finally found some form. I actually started with a 4-2-3-1, which I never ever run a 4-2-3-1. I prefer the 4-4-2. And then we've kind of moved it around a little bit, and we've ended up with a 4-1, a 4-1-4-1, or a 4-3-3 formation. Only with the one striker, pretty much. We sold Martin Waghorn to make some money in the pre-season, and that meant that we only really had Maydeen and Jimmy Muitt as our main strikers. We've got a couple of youngsters. But apart from that, that's the squad that we're running with. Obviously, Maydeen stepped up with a number of goals now. We've been keeping a lot of clean sheets. As mentioned, we've only had to nick the one goal to be able to win games, which has given us half a chance. Obviously, defence wins you championships, is the old saying. So we're into the action. It's a much changed York City team from when we were there. So they got Boney in goal, who they bought from us. Dyer we re-signed after selling him. Webber, who played left back for us. Milovanovic, I've never heard of. Folds. Molyneux we signed, good player. Pell we wanted to sign, and actually he's chucked in with 5 goals so far that season. Soa. Isaac Hutchinson, who was a brilliant signing for us. I've actually done 1-to-1 sessions with him, and I know his dad. So there you go. Jerry Yates used to be a Carlisle United player. And Nathaniel George. So let's have a look. Obviously looking to continue that great form. We are playing against our former club. And if I know Football Manager well, that means it will try and stitch us up. So, going into the game, I have Clint Hill set as the guy that does all my opposition tactics. I just prefer it that way. They seem to have a better idea, and they're always telling you to change it anyway. So started well, 3 shots, none on target. How with the long throw, and a penalty has been given. So Jimmy Muitt steps up against his former club and scores. Wow, to put us in the lead. Does he celebrate? Oh, wow. So York City, the team that bought him and brought him up, he scores and he does. Wild celebrations. Well, there you go. In the comments, is it okay to celebrate against your former club? I'll put that to a poll for you. Is that acceptable? Wow. There you go. But they're counter-attacking straight away from the... Oh, sorry, they're attacking, straight from the kick-off. We've gone long. We're pressing Milovanovic. Forced him into a poor ball. Maydeen's picked it up. McCann. Holden. He's crossed it. Jimmy Muitt. Oh, my word. He scores again against his former club. Wow. Does he celebrate again? Jimmy Muitt showing his ruthless side. Great cross from Holden. Header. Oh, he's a bit more casual this time. as he celebrates with his teammates. But that is unbelievable. 2 goals for Jimmy Muitt. I'll just change it. It's currently set on condition. Formation. He's got an 8.5. Wow. Staying like that. Well, you can't write this kind of stuff, can you? Unbelievable. So, I'm putting them to the sword a little bit, and that puts us only 4 points off top of the league. Now, we were meant to get the playoffs, and that's what the main aim is. And he's played a poor pass there to Jimmy Muitt, who plays it to Nolan. Nolan to Holden, back to McCann, into Holden. Why has he gone there? Butler, Maydeen. Oh, over the bar. Wow. I don't know why he came back out there, really. Dressing room. I'm happy with the way things are going. 100% I'm happy with the way things are going. And we're into the second half. Now, do we take Jimmy Muitt off as a precaution? But he's going to be desperate for that hat-trick. I can't believe he celebrated so wildly against his former team. People are starting to look a little bit tired. And Nolan has picked up a yellow card. Now, I've been playing Football Manager, obviously, since it became Football Manager. It used to be Championship Manager. And in all the years I've been playing, if I know one thing, it is that it will stitch you up at any opportunity. So we will take him off, and we will bring on Warwick up front for Gary Maydeen, because we're going to need him in the next coming games. Yeah, Football Manager is notorious for everything's going fine, you're doing well, and then suddenly there's a red card, and everyone's in trouble. So with 25 minutes to go, we've got a long throw, flicked on, just over the bar. We'll wait a further 5-10 minutes, and then we will make our last change. I think we'll bring off Jimmy Muitt just to give him a standing ovation. There we go. Jimmy Muitt coming off, standing ovation. 2 goals against his former club. Celebrated wildly on the first one. Raises the question: is it acceptable to celebrate like that against your former club? Well, he's done it now. I'm going to back him all the way. Look at that. So that really does paint a picture there. 20 shots, 8 on target, less fouls, less yellow cards, actually slightly less possession. So there we go. We will say I'm very happy with that result. Hand over to assistant. We'll get that game auto-saved like we always do. And then we'll see if there is a post-match conference we need to do or anything like that. It's just going to be a 1-game episode because the next games are a week away and you don't need to see all that boring stuff. But wow, what an episode. Jimmy Muitt returns to haunt the past employers. Obviously my past employer as well. We had a good time at York, I thought. Did well, but Blackpool, much bigger club. And we seem to be on that upward trajectory towards the Championship. Could we get Jimmy Muitt from National League South, Dorking team, all the way through the leagues, up into Premier League? That would be amazing. So we've already hit some of the targets. So League 1 top scorer, so we hit that one, top scorer. We've been to Wembley and we won to get ourselves promoted into the Football League from the National League, so the conference proper. And yeah, so if you've got any targets you think that we should be aiming for Jimmy Muitt, please do put it down into those comment sections. And yeah, really appreciate, like I said, all the love that we've been getting recently has been fantastic, and everybody that's given me advice. Newcomer to it. I've always played Football Manager. I did play FIFA until this season, and I've bombed it off. I've been playing PES, which isn't great, but if you update all the leagues and stuff with the patches, then you can survive. And let's have a little look. Is there a post-match? I can only presume that Jimmy got man of the match against his former club, and silence probably some of the haters as well, because he has had a couple of people, ex-players of the club and stuff, saying that they've not been too impressed. So that takes us up to fourth in the league on 41 points, 4 points off top, 3 points off automatic. Played 22 games. Jimmy Muitt, there you go. 2 goals, 14th and 16th minute, respectively. And Muitt gets one over on York. Wow. 8.8. There you go. The press conference. And it was the fan day as well. I forgot to mention that. It was the fan day. So obviously that's probably gone well. Jimmy Muitt on form. And the fan day was a giant success. So feel free to you drop a like, please, subscribe, and comment if you see anything that you really do like. And we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much. Bye.